We got causes of stomach cramps, how you can fix them jokers. Stomach cramps are also called gastrospasms. That's very technical. I prefer cramps. I think that sounds better. Which can feel like a sharp pain in the abdomen and can cause serious cases, even resulting in vomiting. Wait, what? That's pretty intense, okay? I, as a man, never really have the intense cramps that are out there. That's not my style. That's not my thing. I'm pretty happy that that doesn't happen to me every, 21 to 28 days. That's for, the other half of the population to decide, okay? But when I do manage to get a cramp, it's normally through, a lack of proper electrolytes or anything like that. And that's more or less just kind of like muscle cramps or anything like that. But specific stomach cramps, if I don't, or if I eat something that might not agree with me, that'd be about the only time that I'd get a stomach cramp. But let's see if there are 7 different causes other than that. But I'd imagine we probably will hit on the poor nutrition for a second. Increasingly common symptoms in our modern world, where many lead stressful lives. When gastro cramps take place, there are 2 ways to relieve the pain prior to needing medical attention. Pain is not a type of stuffy pain, but a colicky pain. Oh, okay. Because the stomach is stimulated and the muscle walls, rapid peristalsis. There we go. Causes symptoms. The duration of one episode may range from seconds, minutes, to hours. Ooh, that sucks. So the 7 causes of cramps, well, imagine that. Number 1, diet. Diet is among the most common cause for stomach cramps. Spicy foods, overly coarse fiber, desserts, greasy meals, and hard to digest glutinous rice can all cause stomach cramps. But fun fact, when doing some research for this little article right here, most of your common rices are gluten-free. Like white rice, brown rice, even sticky rice. Those are all gluten-free. So, fun fact, I guess. They're just simple carbohydrates. Not really great or anything like that. But I guess some more of those boutique rices that are out there, those are what you're specifically talking about, glutinous rices. Don't know for sure which ones those are, but just pay attention to that. Most of your bog standard, like your jasmine rices even, are gluten-free. Okay, so your chances are if you got stomach cramps, it's just from a greasy meal or a very rich food. In addition, poor eating habits such as irregular meal schedules, eating too fast, and overeating can also make the stomach prone to inflammation and cramps. Interesting. Stress, I think that's pretty obvious, but it's worth going over. The symptoms of most of Dr. Cow. He is the man who's on the research on this one. Patients with gastrointestinal spasms are triggered by pressure at work and poor dietary habits, according to the Liver Disease Prevention and Treatment Research Foundation. The longer title, please. Emotional factors are often strongly associated with digestive symptoms and weakened gastrointestinal mucosal resistance. Most people with gastrointestinal cramps are under long-term life and work stress. Alcohol consumption and tobacco use. Yeah, you shouldn't just do that. You can avoid so many problems that are out there. Why? Because you want to feel good or you just want to de-stress. How about getting to the bottom of all those problems before you just decide to cover them up? Anyways, long-term smoking and excessive alcohol consumption will affect the normal function of the gastrointestinal tract, weakening the stomach's immunity and making the stomach sensitive to the slightest irritation. Gastrointestinal diseases. Yeah, that makes sense. Constipation, acute gastroenteritis. Yes, some sort of inflammation in the gastrointestinal tract, gastric erosion, gastric ulcers, intestinal adhesion, intestinal obstruction, all of those fun things. Yes, and IBS. So if you fart a lot. Drugs. Regular use of painkillers may cause stomach damage. Yes, by wearing away at the mucosal lining of the stomach. We've heard about that before. Gynecological diseases. Yeah, no, exactly. Menstrual pain, ovarian cysts, pelvic inflammation, endometriosis, and other diseases. Yeah, no, so take care of that thing. Probably should anyways. That one specifically. Shout out to the ladies out there. Liver and gallbladder diseases. Oh, gallstone, cholecystics, yeah, and liver disease such as hepatitis, cirrhosis, and liver failure. You'd be finding a couple more perceivable problems than simply stomach pains if you were going into full-on cirrhosis or liver failure. Just saying that the nice yellow hue to your skin would be a bit of a tip off. So, how can you relieve gastrospasms? lying on your side and applying a hot compress in the painful area. Oh, and also at the same time, if you're doing that, previously in the week, I think like Monday or Tuesday, we also talked about hip flexor. So yeah, no, if you're lying on your side in a painful area with a hot compress on there, feel free to start stretching out your hip flexors. You can probably kill two birds with one stone, right? Always be working. The hot compress helps relax the muscles, and stomach cramps are caused by excessive muscle contractions. Pressing acupuncture points. All right, we got a couple of them here. Liang Ku point, right above the knee, located 2 kun. All right, 3 finger breadths above the superior lateral border of the patella. So where you have the very obvious, I can't get that into the frame here. That would look very, very awkward. Right above the obvious point of your knee right there, I guess you just press it. That's interesting. Stomach meridian starts below the eyeball. That's all nice and things. The Zhonghu point, located 4 kun, 5 finger breadths above the umbilicus. That would be your belly button, by the way. So the origin point of your belly button. Yeah, 4 finger breadths. Interesting. So right below your xiphoid bone, Okay, learned about that by learning how to do CPR. Obviously, it's one of those things. You make sure that you don't do your chest compressions on there, because that little joker, she'll break off and cause a whole bunch of damage. So somewhere between the two, in on around that area, yeah, press it there, and I guess that's kind of an acupuncture point. Cool. Above the umbilicus, on the anterior median line of the upper abdomen. Interesting. Eat 3 food items to nourish your stomach. Okay, cool. What do you recommend? Okra. Okra is good for health of the mucous membrane of the stomach. Ginger helps with gastrointestinal motility and alleviates gastrointestinal discomfort. And yams. Yams are a wonderful food for stomach and intestines. They contain mucosal polysaccharides, burped a little bit, which can promote the decomposition and absorption of protein and starch. You can also eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, exercise to make bowel movements smooth, and to avoid constipation. Yeah, a proper hydration as well, because that'll also help things go along smoothly. If there are foods that make them feel uncomfortable after constipation, then they should avoid them in the future. Yeah, no, exactly. You're just eating a spiky passion fruit or something like that. You should probably avoid that in case, you don't want the shell to pop out at the same time. Just letting you know, giving you a little bit of a heads up. So, yeah, no, I think we'll probably cut it right there, because that all makes sense. So again, stomach cramps, man, I know it sucks for a lot of people out there. And again, 7 different causes, mostly just your regular, your normal hitters, right? Your diet, your stress, your alcohol consumption, your drug consumption, different diseases, of course, all will play a factor. But how do you relieve it? Just lie down, man, and get ahead of this stuff by just proper diet, proper exercise, and then again, just, knowing how to curb the problems and deal with the pain appropriately. I don't know, get a leather belt and just bite down real hard, and hopefully the pain will subside. But with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.